here in Maracas Bay, one of the most popular beaches in Trinidad and Tobago, where you'll get energy, you'll get culture, and of course you'll get a bacon shark, but you'll also get legendary music and sounds from people like Robert Tobitt. So Robert, tell us about your journey with steel pan.
Okay, so my journey started off pretty young. I was probably about 15 at the time. Now I was into secondary school, and entering secondary school, before that, I had never really been interested in steel pan or paid attention to it. But on the first day of school, first day of school, one of the guys from the existing steel band, because the school had a steel band, Bataya Comprehensive, and he came around to the different classes trying to build membership for the band. So by doing that, he would ask the teacher in charge permission just to have a few words with the class. And he came and he introduced himself as Evie. I still remember it like yesterday. And he asked, is anyone interested in joining the school steel band? And at that point in time, I just hit my friend elbow who was sitting next to me, Dean Charles. And I said, let us put up our hand. And we just did like this. And we joined the band, and that was the beginning of our journey for the last...
The rest is history.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yep.
Wow. So where has the journey of your love for this instrument taken you?
Well, in school, the following year, I became the captain of the band, not realizing at that time that we had natural ability. Compared to these days, some people will take 2 and 3 and 4 years to actually learn the instrument. After playing it for 1 year, I actually went up as a soloist in the classical competition.
Wow.
Playing a song by the name of Arrival of the Queen of Sheba, and placed third in the classical musical competition. And that's a competition where it's classical music. And you're in a stadium with over 2,000-3,000 people, and you're on a small round podium, and 5 judges sits in front of you with their papers to tally you, and they just nod their head and they say, go ahead, and then you have to start and play your classical piece for probably about 2 minutes or so. Right?
At what age was this?
That was, I've been about 16 by that time.
Wow.
Only playing pan for 1 year.
Now, these are classical songs you mentioned. What are some of the songs that you play?
Well, that particular song was Arrival of the Queen of Sheba. But other than that, the steel pan, we play all the different genres of music. From reggae, calypso, Latin, jazz, hip-hop, anything you can think about.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So coming out of school, I went on to join a community band by the name of Solo Harmonites. And then from there, other bands, we started moving around. Joined the military in 1983.
Okay.
Still playing with my little community bands. And then in 1995, the military formed its own steel band with a view of traveling to go to Europe in the Edinburgh military tattoo, where you have a show of military bands. A lot of people hear the word military tattoo and they're not sure what it is. They think it's an animal, because it's an animal also named tattoo. So military tattoo is a show of military bands from all over the world that come together and put on a military display of music and dance and different acts.
Amazing.
So it's mainly held out in Scotland. Scotland, Edinburgh Castle, they are one of the premier countries that keep it.
Culture and arts thrives there.
Yeah.
I've heard of dancers going there.
Yeah.
I've heard of many different kind of artists.
A lot of things happen there.
that must be a hub.
It is.
Okay. Wow. And so what was the purpose? To boost the morale of the soldiers, to keep everybody motivated? What was the purpose?
Well, actually, you have to be invited to get to Edinburgh. And how we were invited is that one of the producers from the Edinburgh show was in Trinidad at the time, and at a function with our retired brigadier, Carl Alfonso, over drinks, talking and things, a lot of things happen just over sipping drinks.
A lot of things happens over sipping drinks.
Yeah.
Especially in Sweet TNT. Y'all know this.
So the producer, his name was Mr. Jameson, and he asked our retired brigadier, Carl Alfonso, if we have a military steel band. He said yes, and he said, can your guys march and play? And the brigadier said yes, without hesitating, right? But at that time, we were actually just playing on stands, performing like normal music. So he said, okay, I'd like to come down and see them. And he came down to the base, and we were there showing him what we could do, because those days we play with the instruments around our neck. Everybody plays one instrument, so you're marching and playing the band in our military uniform. So it's a military marching steel band. And then he said, can you guys play a song by the name of Hey Jude? And he
Hey
said,
Jude,
and again,
don't make it bad. Sing a sad
you know the song.
and make it better.
Yeah.
That's a good song.
Yeah, and within 5 minutes, the brigadier called us and said, the producer wants to hear Hey Jude. And we just pulled in a corner, and being as skillful as we are, we arranged it in 5 minutes. You play this. You play these chords.
Wow.
And in about 5 minutes, the band cranked up. In Calypso.
Yeah.
And he said, that's it.
Wow.
So then we were given an invitation to come to the Edinburgh Military Tattoo and perform in 1997. And we were the only all-black contingent. Because you have like 17 countries, with Sweden, Finland, all these other countries. But Trinidad and Tobago Steel Orchestra was the only all-black contingent in this European military show.
Wow.
And we were like the highlights. Because they call us the happy people. When we go to perform, you know, when we get our intermission time, everybody has to change in rooms.
Yeah.
And when we get our intermission, because the place is like 10,000 people every night.
Every night.
For 25 nights.
Wow.
With 2 shows on a Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah.
All-stars. Pan all-stars.
So during our intermission, during the shows, we would go to our changing room. And normal Trini style, we would start a rhythm section. Somebody on the iron, somebody on the congas. And the other contingents from the other countries now, they would come in the corridor and they would be peeping like, what are they doing? What are they doing? Because you know, they're more reserved. And by the second or the third night, when it's intermission, before we could get to our changing room, they were there waiting in our changing room to be a part of that vibes.
Wow.
And while we playing the rhythm section, somebody's holding up room and they're limboing. And
Listen. It's contagious.
It's contagious.
I personally love Pan. So I'm from Bermuda. Right. I'm American, but I'm from Bermuda. And you know, we have what we have, but we don't have Pan.
Correct.
And there's something about Pan that reminds me of jazz. You know how when people scat?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a riff or like a play on music.
Yeah.
Well, I've always wanted to know, is that something that you all learn? Or is this something that they just kind of give you the freedom to just do?
freedom of expression. Whatever you feel and you bring it out in the music.
Wow, okay.
Now, there are some people that will learn it theoretically, right? So there are those who can read music and play an instrument. And then you have a majority who would just play from just natural vibes. Playing from natural vibes, you get more freedom as opposed to somebody who's reading the music is more strict. So you have to follow the bars, you know, you don't get that freedom.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, wow. All right, so let's talk about where you are today. So we're in the month of August, which is it Pan month or Pan week?
You can say Pan month. World Pan Day was the 11th of August.
Okay.
But we celebrated for the whole month.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I've already enjoyed Pan at Woodford Square. I've already enjoyed Gospel Night, Pan. I've already enjoyed the best probably that there is. But until I met you, I now know that there is more.
Yeah, there's a lot more.
So what are you up to these days? Are you arranging? Are you composing? Are you playing for fun? What's your world like?
Well, I perform. I do a lot of gigs performing, like at the hotels, the casinos, on the beach here, weddings, cocktail parties, corporate functions. And I'm also arranging for a band by the name of Valley Harps in the medium band category for the 2026 National Panama competition coming up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And also in the single pan category, Pan Jammers in Santa Cruz.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say to aspiring Pan players, whether they are just love it or thinking about pursuing it? What would you say to them?
Well, for me, with my journey, you must have the passion and the love for what you're doing. Once you have the passion and the love for what you're doing, you don't consider it work or anything like that, and everything would fall into place. So once you give it 100%, you would reap the benefits. So I've been playing for over 45 years, and now I'm basically reaping the benefits.
Amazing.
So I don't have to go and look for engagements. My phone ring and people call me based on performing at different places, and people recommend you, and this one would tell that one. Yeah, so my phone just rings, and for each month I would have at least approximately 6 to 7 engagements that is paid.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Showing up in excellence, leading with passion.
yeah.
Final question I want to ask you. Why are you proud to be from Sweet T&T?
I think, as they say, God is a Trini. And when
What
you
does that mean?
when you look around at the international news with all what's happening around the world, the wars that is happening, the mudslides that is happening, the freak thunderstorms, the tornadoes,
Gaza,
you know, and Trinidad.
inflation.
Yeah, and Trinidad, we here just enjoying ourselves on the beaches, partying, liming in the bars, having karaoke, carnival. We never had any major disaster to strike Trinidad. So that's why we say God is a Trinidad.
You're blessed.
You're blessed and highly favored.
Well, it's been great chatting with you.
Thank you very much.
Now, you know you have to give us a taste.
Of
As
course,
we're
of course.
here, you can play whatever you'd like.